Okay, hello guys. Today we are going to solve the problem building a fence of Code Forces round 101 educational. Now, in this problem, what we have given is we have been given a initial ground level for some slabs to be put to be arranged. We have been given a fixed size of slab. Now we have to arrange them in such a way that at least some portion that is of length 1 is at least length 1 is common with the adjacent slabs. We have been also given that the configuration of first and last slab is fixed. You can go through this problem once. Now let us look how to we approach this problem. So let us see what are the observations. The very first observation is straightforward, that the starting and ending configuration of slab are fixed. Like if I have such a configuration, then the slab of size, let's say this is the configuration of the ground level, this is the fixed size of slab, so size of slab 3 here it is fixed, and the size slab of size 3 here is fixed. Cool. Now let us see the second observation. Now the second observation is, for every slab other than the first and last slab, I have a range of heights from where I can start my slab using the configuration of previous slab. So what do I mean by that? Suppose the configuration of previous range of previous slab is low to high, which means basically this is the range of possible values where I can start my slab. What I mean by that? So for the first slab, we have only fixed value, that is the given ground level. There's no way that I can arrange it any another way. Now suppose I ask for this, I see for this. What are the ranges? So I can start my slab like this. Forget about this 5 for now. Let me just erase it. So I can either do like this, or what I have is I can do it like this. That is height of 3. So basically its range became now the previous was say 3, and now I can start from 3 minus k minus 1, which is 2. So from 1 till 5. See, I have the bottommost slab at 1. I can make my slab here like this, or I can make from here, here, and so on till here. So basically, suppose this is the interval range interval previous, which is low, from low to high. Then I can start my slab from any point in the range low minus k minus 1 plus height plus high plus k minus 1, and that is I have shown how it's done. So I hope you have understood what I mean. Now let us look at the third observation. So along with this point 2, I have another constraint, that the height of the slab can be maximum k minus 1 above its ground level. By which I mean is, if I have to put a slab here, then I can only, since it's k equal to 3, so the maximum I can start my range is from here. Like the maximum of my range can go up to here. I cannot start my slab from here, right? This is wrong because the range is this. So there are two constraints. Now using these two constraints, we have to build a solution. So let us see how we can solve this problem. So what we can do is, we shall keep the range of the values where I can start my slab. I hope the start my this term start my slab is clear. Like I can only this range of this is 3 comma 3, that I can start my slab at 3 and also end at 3. Range for this is 3 minus 2, which is 1. I can start from here. I can start from here, and so on till 5. Why I'm doing this? Because in all these configuration you can see at least there is one unit which is common to the adjacent slab. Okay, so as I said, for the first it's the range is fixed. We can mark it as height of 0 comma height of 0, as in this case it is 3 comma 3. And for other range, other possible values, using the point 2, I know its possible ranges can be from here to here, that is previous minus k minus 1 plus previous plus k minus 1. Previous dot second is the maximum, previous dot first is minimum. And I also know that a constraint 3 is given, which is that the height can be uh, the basically the starting can be from the ground level till k minus 1 above my ground. So using this, what I'll do is I will calculate the intersection using point 2 and point 3. These two values I will calculate their intersection and mark it as my new preview. And I will see at every point if my previous dot first is greater than previous dot second, then means uh, I've exceeded this. Basically, if it's suppose there is no intersection, suppose it was from here, like suppose this was the case and I could not find any intersection, then this means it is greater than this is pre and this is other thing. Okay, so previous root first is greater than previous root second, then I will certain as no, else I will continue till the last element. And for the last element also, the range will be like for last element it will be height of n minus 1 comma n minus 1. I hope it's clear. Now let us look at the code, it will be more clear. So this is the code. I have initially marked my pair as minus, let's say minus of a large value and plus of a large value. That is, I have all this interval, all this minus till infinity and here. Like I can choose any, I can start my slab at any point. Okay. Now I will run a loop. If I equal to 0, I equal to n minus 1, that I earlier said that its configuration is fixed. That is, it can start from only one point. So its range is just one point. For every other node, its range is this. Now, this is the range. So what I'll do is for every point, as I said, suppose this is the range 3 comma 3, then I calculate this. I will expand my permissible values. I see what are the permissible values. So these are as discussed, range minus k plus k minus 1 plus k minus 1. Now what I'll do is I will calculate the intersection. So how I'm calculating the intersection? Basically, I have been given this value, the permissible value, and the current value. So I will see. So let me show you. So suppose this is the interval, and let's say this is another interval. No, sorry. Then the basically starting value of my intersection will be the maximum of the first values, that is this, and the minimum of the end values, that is this. So this is my intersection. The same I have done here. Maximum of first, minimum of second. I'm updating. I'm checking that its first is greater than second, then I will false. Else I will continue. And if my flag is true for all the loop, then it's yes, either it's no. I hope this explanation is understandable. I tried to keep it very simple, and it was a nice question. Yes, truly. So thank you for watching. Keep coding.